Inception, first requested to me by Mondeep Bora and written and directed by Christopher Nolan, is a 2010 sci-fi action film that follows a crew attempting to plant an idea within someone's mind. This crew that specializes in dreams and subconscious realities is hired to enter a young businessman's mind through his dreams and to plant an idea there about his business plans. This crew is assembled and led by Cobb, Leonardo Dicaprio's character, and he leads the group through various stages of this businessman's dreams in an effort to achieve their goal. However, they soon realize that they've gone too deep and they're in over their heads. As the crew attempts to navigate various dream levels, they also have to navigate subconscious defense systems and treacherous waters within the mind. Alright, so I was actually pretty excited to see Inception on the request list because I remember getting into vigorous debates with my friends back in 2010 when the movie came out about the quality of the movie. I remember watching it in the theater and thinking that it was pretty overrated based on what people were saying about it at the time. And I think part of that may have been me not fully understanding the movie, and part of it was just kind of feeling underwhelmed with what felt like an overly complicated plot just for the sake of being, complicated and appearing smart. On rewatch though, I actually feel pretty differently. Coming into my viewing experience this time, I went in with an open mind. I love Nolan and I always enjoy his films to varying degrees, but I pretty much always enjoy them at minimum. I liked Inception a lot this time around, and I'm willing to admit now that it's one of his best films. The cast is good, it's well performed, the concept is creative and engaging, and it looks cool. I think provided you're willing to put in the effort to understand what's actually going on in this movie, you'll enjoy it. It's a movie that gets better upon second or third watch because I think it's the type of film where you can catch things the second or third time around that help aid your comprehension of the plot and what's actually going on screen. That was the case for me at least. I think part of this film's charm though is its creative premise that's intelligently presented. The idea of entering dreams and being aware that you're in them and even navigating them with any kind of control is an interesting concept. Everything about how the dreams look and layout and design to the rules that define the dream world, it all adds up to an experience that's fun and engaging as you try to actually figure out what's happening and where from scene to scene. Part of the charm also comes from the performances. Leonardo DiCaprio is fantastic here as usual, and so is everyone else. It's interesting seeing Tom Hardy in this movie because this was actually the first time I'd seen him in a movie before. Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012 and he obviously played Bane in that, which he was awesome in, and I remember being excited to see what he'd do in the role because of how charismatic he was in this movie. This cast is loaded all around though. Ellen Page is good, Cillian Murphy, even Michael Caine. There's a lot of really good actors delivering good work in this film, and their characters bring a lot of personality to the experience and of course the crew in which they work with, the characters they operate with. The only time I had an issue with it was Ellen Page's character. She's presented as having a special gift for dream architecture, but I just felt like her character is thrust into the spotlight so quickly that she becomes a bit of a forced presence. It's not that her character isn't compelling. She is, but she quickly learns basically everything and everyone completely trusts her to handle large-scale plans, and it feels rushed. This is a long, just under 2.5 hour movie, but yet this aspect feels rushed, which is weird. But yeah, I just felt like her character's prominence doesn't quite feel as genuine as the others. Still, there are a lot of great aspects to this film, like the action and the visuals. Now, the action is really fast-paced and thrilling, but it can occasionally feel like the logic of the dream is being shifted around so that the action can exist in the first place. I don't think this is necessarily a problem because who am I to stand in the way of good fun? I found the action is always well executed, and I found the high stakes to be there consistently. Part of the reason the action works as well as it does, though, is because the stakes are made abundantly clear, which is a great thing, and you got to give them credit for that. You feel the weight of the danger because you know what consequences are in store for the characters should they fail. The visuals also look really cool. They have a trippy vibe to them, if for lack of a better term, that allows for full immersion into the dreams of our characters. Buildings flatten, weird things happen that feel dreamlike, and overall the visuals are really great with creating an atmosphere that feels outside our normal world. The cinematography is also good, the CG is good, and overall this movie holds up very well from a visual standpoint. Part of what allows the visuals to shine through so well is the seemingly limitless possibilities that exist within a dream. Almost anything is possible, so it's fun to see some crazy situations occur that exist within the context of a dream or a dream within a dream for that matter. The visuals in the story itself do a great job lifting each other up in positive ways for the viewer. Overall though, I enjoyed Inception a lot more the second time around. I'm still not entirely sure I understand everything that's going on, but I don't know that we're supposed to. There's a lot of ambiguity to it. Some ambiguity isn't a bad thing, especially for a real mindbender film such as this. Either way, let's take a look at the pros-cons list. For the pros, I think Inception has a great cast with plenty of great performances, a really creative and well-executed story, some excellent visuals, and lots of fun action. As for the cons, I think Ellen Page's character has a bit too abrupt of a transition into the crew. but that may just be me, who knows. I'm going to give Inception a 9.5 out of 10, and definitely recommend you check this one out if you haven't already. If you like Nolan's other films, or you just want a mind-bender type of film, this is for you. So have you guys seen Inception before? What did you think of it? And if not, let me know why not. And also let me know your favorite Christopher Nolan film. For me, it's still The Dark Knight, obviously, but there are a lot of great options to choose from. Either way, this is WillFoxification signing off. See you in the next video.